doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Oh, good. You got the seat forward. Does this seat back as far as it can go?
I can put it a little bit further back.
Yeah, if you can, please. Yeah.
Not a lot.
Oh, yo, that's great.
Yeah.
That's what I need. Yeah, I got it. Thanks, buddy.
Get your head. Okay.
You're in. All right.
Oh. Thank you.
Take care.
We're gonna get that foot in. Okay, great. Super. Yep, we're good.
Hey, Bill.
How are you today?
I'm doing good, and I think you're doing great too.
Yeah.
You got out of hospital.
Yeah, no shit.
Glad to be out, right?
Yep.
Wow. I like see where you're going. I have here Southeast 11th
Yes.
place. All right, okay, in Cape Coral.
Over across Veterans Bridge.
All right, let's do that.
Whichever way you want to get there.
I'm just gonna follow the arrow on the app.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah.
I usually go up. Does it tell you to go up Metro? Yeah, that's how I usually
Is that
go.
good? Do you recognize that? Well, you can at any moment just give a holler and say, "Hey, I wanna."
Yeah, you're fine. Whatever. I mean, we're
Yeah.
stuck with rush hour traffic tonight.
Yeah, that is true. Well, it's gonna be about half an hour ride,
Yeah.
so we have time. So, Bill, do I have your permission to record our ride for my YouTube channel?
For you what?
YouTube.
Sure.
All right, great. Now I'm gonna give you my card. Here you go.
Oh, thanks.
You can look it up one day. I'll probably edit and publish the video tonight or tomorrow.
Oh, okay, good.
And you know, it's nothing special. It's not like very popular. I just started a couple of weeks ago, but I enjoy talking to people and then publishing the conversations.
Sure.
It's actually more like a podcast, you know?
Yeah.
It's just people talking, really. So my first question for you would be like, why were you in the hospital?
Yeah, unfortunately, I have a bad heart.
You have a bad heart?
Well, I had a congestive heart failure.
You had a heart failure?
Congestive heart failure.
What does that mean?
It's fluid buildup in your lungs because your heart can't push the fluid through you
Oh,
fast enough, so it builds up in your lungs. So it's almost like pneumonia. It's a kind of very similar to pneumonia.
okay.
But the problem is you've got to deal with it, trying to get your heart back into its proper rhythm.
Uh-huh.
And also, there's a lot of underlying. It's a bunch of little causes that cause it, like high blood pressure that's not controlled.
Uh-huh.
Have too much sodium in your system, so you retain water, you retain anything like that. And it's really the blood pressure is the problem for me. So once they got the blood pressure under control, got all the water out of me, everything kind of went back to the way it should be.
Oh, great. So how long did you spend in the hospital?
I was there 5 days.
5 days. That's that's a good time.
Yeah, it's
So-
you go in for one of these things. They don't kick you out too fast. They want to make sure that you're back to pretty healthy.
Back to yeah, I can imagine. You don't want to take risks also with the heart like that.
No.
But so, what causes the high blood pressure in your life?
Who knows? I'm fat guy, 72 years old.
Oh,
You know,
you're a little ahead of me.
I've had high blood pressure for a long time.
You did?
Yeah, but it's been under control. But lately, they put me on some new pills, and they've not worked. So they've just got everything sorted out now with a bunch of new stuff. It looks like it's going to work.
Oh, great. And that is then a new prescription from the hospital?
Yes.
Oh, and then they checked they made sure that works.
Yes.
That's important, right?
Yeah, they gave me 3 days on the new pills. You know, after they sorted out what they wanted me to take, they gave me 3 days to make sure that everything was working correctly.
Yeah,
so that's pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty good, indeed.
I like the Lee County hospital system. I'm dutifully impressed. I've been in enough of them, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, unfortunately, I've not been a great year.
Hey, you're still here, alive and kicking.
That's
as
it.
they say.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm still seeing the green side of the grass.
There you go. So were you in the hospital for the same thing or for other things?
Oh, for other things. I had pneumonia 3 times.
So pneumonia, exactly what is that again? No, it has to do with the lungs.
Yeah, it's fluid in your lungs. It's an infection in your lungs.
Infection in your lungs, right? Yeah.
And it causes a lot of fluid, a lot of mucus and things like that.
Yeah.
That you can't get out.
Yeah.
And it just restricts how you breathe.
Yeah.
And this past thing was very similar in its
right?
description. But it's once they start checking once they take a chest X-ray, they can spot a pneumonia immediately.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good thing. But did you first think with this heart failure that it was pneumonia or not?
Well, I'd had pneumonia 2 weeks ago, so I thought it was. I thought it would, and I had pneumonia 2 weeks before that, and it came back after a month ago. It came back, and that's why I was thinking it was coming back again this time. So that's what made me make the call to 911 and get my butt hauled in there.
Right. I'm sure that it's related, no?
No, not really. No, I mean, it is slightly related because my lungs are under some duress from the pneumonias.
Right. Exactly.
It's going to take a couple of months for that to work itself through completely. So they were not in the greatest shape to start with, and then when you add the congestive heart failure, what causes that?
Yeah.
You know, it was just a death of 1,000 paper cuts.
Well, thank God indeed for hospitals. Just before you, I had a nurse in the car, and I said, what did I say to her? But I'm always so grateful that these youngsters want to study nursing, because it would be the last thing that I would want to study.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because, you know, they're dealing with all the shit in life, so to speak, you know, no pun intended.
I had some great nurses in there.
Oh, wonderful.
Great nurses, great CNAs. I mean, every person in there that I met with, I was impressed by. They were all really nice people.
They're really angels, these people. Yeah. Yeah, we do have a good system here in the US. But still, we try to stay out of the hospitals if possible, right? So how was the food like?
Well, it's not bad.
But they don't take orders. They don't.
Well, they do take orders. So they weren't really when I was in here this time. The hospital's so overwhelmed right now. The whole system with all the snowbirds down here. It's just overwhelmed.
Oh, really?
So they're not really taking as flexible as they normally are. But normally they're fairly flexible, and they give you a menu. If you don't like what they're serving, you can order off their menu.
The hospital has a menu?
Yeah, they have 4 or 5 different menus. Like I would be on the the heart-centric menu. Which means low sodium, essentially.
Yeah.
And so if I didn't like what they were serving, I don't think their chicken is all that good. That's my one complaint is I think they don't really know how to cook chicken very well. So whenever they're cooking chicken and I have a menu, I order a burger or a sandwich or something else.
Okay, and then it's gonna be like a low salt burger.
Yeah, it'll be a burger, no cheese, lettuce, tomato, onion.
Yeah, that's good for you.
Some potatoes with it they have different style potatoes or macaroni and cheese and stuff like that. So it's edible. It's not bad.
Yeah. It's not mom's home cooking, but it's.
But it's not bad.
It doesn't sound bad at all.
They have all these guys in the hospitals know how to make soups.
Yeah.
And their soups are outstanding.
Oh, nice.
Like yesterday for lunch, I had a chicken noodle soup, chicken salad on a regular salad.
Oh yeah.
And it was. I'm telling you, it's a nice lunch.
Huh.
That and fresh fruit. It's great lunch in reality.
Huh. That's a little weird to talk about hospital food like that.
Yeah,
because it makes you almost want to go to the hospital to visit, to eat the food, but no, you don't.
Last night for dinner was a piece of turkey. It was a decent sized piece of turkey, some sweet potatoes, and some
That's
other
healthy.
vegetables with it.
That's good. Sweet potato is also very healthy for you, you say. Yeah, that's good.
Sweet potatoes and the turkey, and then they had.
But no mayonnaise.
Last night they had carrots last night.
Oh yeah.
Carrots, carrots which were good.
Yeah.
2 different style carrots. One was a yellow carrot, one was an orange carrot. I never seen the yellow carrots before like that. They were pretty tasty though.
Huh. I haven't seen the yellow carrots either. Oh, the orange ones.
But they were. It's kind of surprising that they and the stuff comes hot.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 630 beds in that hospital.
Right.
And it's
a big
full.
hospital, yeah. Oh,
and 630 beds, and they're delivering dinner hot.
Wow.
That to me is amazing.
Yeah, it is, right? But you're so right though that I never realized that now it's in season. And these hospitals, I mean the shops, they have to deal with it, but hospitals also have to deal with in season and out of season.
Yeah.
And so how do you do that with doctors and nurses and all of those people,
Yeah, well,
right?
the doctors don't mind too much because the doctors go on vacation over the summer.
Yeah.
And they stay busy, but it's the nursing, they bring in a lot of visiting nursing.
Oh yeah, from out of state?
Yeah, from all over.
From all over. They come to these places too, yeah.
They all start the 1st of November and they out of here end of April.
Bill, can I ask, what is your home situation? Are you married?
No. Long divorce, live alone.
Long divorce, happily living alone?
Yeah. Well, not happily, but I'm living alone. It gets lonely.
At times, yeah. What do you, how do you suppress the loneliness? Who do you see to not feel lonely?
Oh, I've got some friends around, but not enough.
Yeah?
A lot of my friends have unfortunately passed on.
That's the thing when you grow older, eh? Is that people around you fall away.
That's it.
So, but you still live by yourself, or?
Yes. Yeah, by myself.
Nice.
I like my house. I like my neighborhood. Neighbors are great.
Oh, that is important too. We have a saying in my country that better a good neighbor than a far friend.
Yes.
You know? So yeah, neighbors
Where
are
are you
important.
from?
I'm from the Netherlands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ever been there?
Yes.
You have?
Yep.
Oh. A little while ago?
Oh, a long time ago. It was in Amsterdam.
In Amsterdam?
Yeah.
How did you like it?
It was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Amsterdam. It was a pretty city though. I mean, beautiful city.
Yeah. A lot of bicycles?
Yeah, bicycles everywhere, and it was before all the junkies, all the free drug stuff and all that. So it got pretty crazy with all that.
Yeah, a lot of smoke shops over there.
Yeah.
And what have you not? Yeah. It's a very liberal country, and so we're on the liberal side of things. Yeah, a lot of gays, and which is good. I like gays and lesbians, and but
I don't care. Just stop talking about it. As far as I'm concerned, just let's everybody live their own life.
Exactly. That's what I think too.
Two guys want to get married and be miserable for the rest of their life, like the rest of us. Go to it.
Yeah, that's up to them, right? Exactly. No, it's also not my cup of tea, but yeah, it's what people do. It's up to them. I mean, within boundaries of society, of course.
Yeah.
You cannot do everything you want, but
yeah, I've been all over Europe.
By the way, if you are thirsty, there is a bottle of water.
No, I'm good.
Okay, all right.
I've got to be careful on the amount of liquid I intake now.
Okay.
They want me to make sure I don't take in more than 64 ounces a day.
Oh, why is that?
Because with the excess, it just means that my body's got to work harder on getting rid of it.
Oh, yeah.
The 64 ounces is about the right amount. They feel that's what my body can deal with.
Yeah, you cannot drink too much,
Stay away from booze, no alcohol.
Yeah. Is that easy for you, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, booze is not too big of a problem. But so where in Europe have you been?
Excuse me?
Where in Europe have you been?
Oh, I've been to England, Netherlands, I've been to France, Germany, Switzerland, Italy. I've never been
everywhere.
to Scandinavia. I've been to Poland. I guess that's about it.
That's about it.
Spain, Portugal.
I should ask, where haven't you been?
Yeah.
Jeez,
Well, I
that
spent a
is,
lot.
you've been in
I
all the
worked for a
countries.
British company for a while.
Oh, that's why?
And so I worked for a company that was out of the Midlands. And,
Okay.
so that used to bring me over there sometimes. And then I was a big skier, so I went over there to ski. And then we did some traveling.
So you were living over there?
No, I just worked for the company. I was in the States.
Okay. From a UK company, and they would bring you to those countries for
Well,
what
I was
do you-
high up in the company. I was running a
Okay.
division of the company, and we would go over. And I was vice president of one of the companies here, and we would go over for the board meetings and things like that.
Uh-huh. Nice.
And we were
what kind of company was that?
It was a mining company that was in England,
Okay.
and we were the first big retail auto parts company long before Pep Boys and AutoZone and all these guys started putting stores up. We had that style store.
Wow.
Much bigger though. We had stores that were twice the size of all of them.
Wow.
And we were kind of leading edge on that, and they bought us.
They bought you?
So what happened?
Yeah.
We were really the dominant player in their portfolio. So that's why they always like to bring us over.
Yeah, of course. And then they would send you to these different countries for meetings.
No,
and
we
stuff
would,
like that?
most of the meetings were usually in London, and we'd stay at the Savoy in London, one of the really fancy hotels, and we'd have our meetings in London, or we go up to Birmingham, which is where the company was headquartered, and we would have a meeting in Birmingham. And then I would travel, my wife and I would travel, take some time off and go to other places.
Oh, nice.
In Europe. While we're there, we might as well, on the corporate dime, we might as well go someplace else.
Right.
So we go places, and then we used to go skiing a lot. So I go into Germany, go skiing, Switzerland, Austria, Italy, France.
Yeah. Wow, you were living the life, man.
Yeah.
That's telling you.
Yeah, until I hit a tree skiing in Jackson, Wyoming, and shattered part of my knee, and that was kind of the beginning of the end.
That was the beginning of the end of skiing.
Yeah, I can't ski anymore. It's too bad. I really love skiing.
But those were the heydays, as they say, right? Is that what they call that, the heydays?
Yes, yep, you're correct. And then today, God, I mean, it's so expensive to go skiing now.
Oh.
I don't know.
Plus no skiing in Florida, but where would you go in the
Well,
US?
I just like my kids were just out in Wyoming or out in Montana. They were a big sky in Montana,
Oh, yeah.
and it's like $350 a day for a lift ticket.
Yeah.
I mean, so you got my son, his wife, and their 3 kids. They're spending over $1,000 a day on lift tickets.
Jeez, yeah. Is
that's
that also because the snow is retreating or so, or is there less snow?
No, it's just they've just priced everything ridiculously so, and they're adding amenities to all these mountains that, quite frankly, people don't necessarily need, and because of that, they charge.
Yeah, and people are paying for it.
Yeah, and people pay it.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the problem is people pay it.
Wow. So how many children do you have?
2, one of
2.
each.
One of each. Oh, nice.
One of each.
That's a blessing,
four grandkids.
Wow. 2 and 2?
No, my son has 3. He's got twins and then a son.
Okay.
His third is another boy.
Okay.
And then my daughter has 1.
All right. Well, you sounds to me like you're a blessed man.
I am blessed. I mean, with the family and all that, it's very nice.
I'm sure they'll be happy to hear that they made it out of the hospital.
Yeah.
Right.
I just got to stay out of the hospital.
Please. Can you do sports, or that is not
No, I
possible
can't
anymore?
because my hip is bad. I need to get my hip replaced, so I'm kind of at a I mean, that's half the reason why I have a hard time getting in and out of the truck is because of my hips.
Yeah, it hurts. My dad got a new hip, and it was life-changing for him.
Yeah, I've got one new one. My left leg's a new one.
You
my
did?
right leg isn't.
Yeah. So when are they going to be able to do that?
Well, they could do it now. I just got the okay from the heart doctors now on it, because up to this point, the heart doctor was kind of holding off. He didn't think my heart was necessarily strong enough to go under a long operation.
Mm-hmm.
But I had some testing done when I was just in the hospital now, and all the things that I've been doing for my heart have proved to be very positive. And
nice.
Now my heart is now operating back at its normal efficiency.
Great.
So they said I can go in anytime because they were shocked at how much my heart had come back.
Oh, which means that you're resilient. Wow. But wow.
Which is really, I'm very happy to hear that. I was very happy when the heart doctor came in and told me that.
But so maybe the hip replacement in a month or so? Or
well, I would, but I've got to go to Connecticut. I have a house in Connecticut. I'm going to go to Connecticut to sell my house in Connecticut. So that's important. I get that done. I got to get it on the market for the spring. So I'm going to go into Connecticut, get that completely done. Then I'm going to come back down here and get my hip replaced.
Oh yeah.
I'm the only idiot in South Florida that goes to Connecticut, goes to the New York area, and
right. Everybody comes here
in February.
Exactly.
Instead of the other way around.
But
I have a big house, a big place in Stamford, Connecticut that's worth a fair amount of money, and I need to get rid of it.
Yeah. That house is still from like back in the days where you would like live in the summer over there and then like in the winter over here.
Well, I did do some snowbirding, but more I'd come down for a little bit of time. I was living in Naples at the time. I see in your card you got the Naples Pier out there.
Yeah.
Did you live in Naples?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was in Pelican Bay for a long time.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure where Pelican Bay is exactly, but
it's the corner of Vanderbilt and 41. Vanderbilt Beach and 41.
If I see it, I'll probably recognize it. I've only been there for 2 years.
Oh, okay. Whereabouts do you live? In Naples.
I'm on Davis, near the airport.
Okay.
The airport building, yep. And Naples is nice. I like it. It's sort of quiet. A little bit boring, but that's okay. It's in a good way, you know, peaceful. And
I kind of got sick of it. I got tired of it, so I decided I was going to move up here, and I moved up to Cape Coral, and I do like the Cape.
Yeah.
The Cape's got a different vibe to it. It's nowhere near as wealthy. So and the real estate just in general isn't as expensive.
Right.
So what happens is that the restaurants up here, there's restaurants that I go in the Cape that have been around for 25 years.
Oh yeah.
And those restaurants in Naples are gone because they just can't afford the rent anymore. The rent has gotten so expensive. A restaurant makes it 4 years in Naples. Yeah. It's an old gray-haired mule.
Yeah.
And I kind of miss. I like some of the continuity.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone down to Goodlet or any of these, since you've only been there a couple of years, to see kind of like old Naples?
I don't.
Old Florida, I should say.
So what do you mean by old Florida?
Well, if you go down to Goodlet, what you see when you're driving to Goodlet, it's a little town that's just outside of Marco Island. And it used to have the world's worst road going in and out of it, so hardly anybody ever visited it. And so it hadn't changed in 40 years. It still had the crummy trailers with the water coolers on top, and all the rest. It still has a lot of that around. And the old restaurants, the old style restaurants, right on the water that were kind of dumpy but had spectacular food. Yeah. And it's still that way, but it's a great little town to go to.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I've seen it. Driven people there, but I haven't eaten there yet.
Yeah, people come into town to visit me. I like to go down there or maybe go out to Pine Island.
Oh yeah,
Pine Island's nice if you go out to Pine Island. That's been destroyed by Ian, so I haven't been out there since that happened. I hate to think what happened to it.
Yeah.
Usually I go out to the ragged ass saloon for Sunday afternoon with the band. Yeah, there's 1,000 people out at that bar on Sunday afternoon. Great band.
Huh. Ah, you really do know the places here.
Yeah, Machelet is the same thing. You know, Machelet got destroyed, Ian. And Machelet was, the history of Machelet was just a great little island. And it had all these pink and purple and turquoise and all these funky buildings and art centers and art shops and everything. It was really a great little spot to go wander, spend a Saturday afternoon wandering around in. And it's all destroyed now. It's gone.
Ian sure did leave its marks.
Excuse me?
Ian sure left its marks.
Yeah, didn't it though? Wow.
People say though that every 10 years a storm like that hits. So do you remember any other storms that were as devastating, or?
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, we've really managed to go years. Now, granted, we had one not too long ago that really hit Naples pretty hard and came up through here, but didn't hit it this place up here and anywhere near as hard. And now you got Ian, but I mean, we really managed to dodge them a lot. A lot more hurricanes hit the East Coast than hit the West Coast.
True, eh? Yeah. Well, a few more of those and people will be moving out, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I've been reading about all the lands here that have been destroyed, like out on Fort Myers Beach and Pine Island and Machelet and all these places. That what's happening is the the guys with the deep pockets are coming in and buying the land and just tearing the buildings down and letting them sit if they have to for a little while and they're going to turn it into resorts, which really is a shame.
Yeah, it loses a lot of its old charm.
Yes, it loses all. It makes it just like the East Coast. Just see how much asphalt you can put down.
Yeah, already what I'm hearing from people, already a lot of people are moving out.
Yes.
Because it's becoming
A lot of people can't afford it. They didn't have enough insurance and they can't afford to rebuild.
Right.
And then the cost of insurance now is just skyrocketing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's true, right? Did they raise the prices too? On the insurance, of course.
Yeah, the state's got to do something about that.
Yeah, it's also a free market because if people are willing to pay crazy prices, then that's what they're gonna ask.
Well, a lot of it's the way the market is set up from everything I've read. There's not that many insurers and there are no big guys, so they don't have any deep pockets themselves and not self-insuring. So the companies themselves, they don't have the funds. So what they're doing is they're going into the reinsurance market. And the reinsurance market is pretty well driven by 3 companies, and those 3 companies are what decide really what the rates are going to be. And the amount that they charge as a premium is what decides what you're going to pay as a rate. And so we're really at the mercy of these 3 companies down here.
But that's not allowed, is it? That these 3 companies set the price together.
Yeah, there's 3 reinsurers, and then they've got the state policy, which I'm not 100% sure how that works with the one the state has put together. But everything I've read has said that in another 10 years, the state's going to be the major insurer in the state, and there's not going to be hardly anybody in the secondary market.
Wow.
Which just isn't right. They need to do something different than that.
Yeah.
Traffic isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No, this part is good. Once we're out, yeah. Yeah, it's only 5 more minutes.
What year is this, Pacifica?
This is 21.
Oh, okay. Fairly new then.
Yeah.
Nice car.
Thanks. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's a great car. American build. I like Chrysler.
Yep.
It's a good quality.
Adding new lift right to queue.
Thank you, no thank you. Yeah.
You definitely want to go right. Right lane. Oh.
Thank you, sir.
Also right lane.
Yeah, there's a car there.
You can't. You got this guy coming up on you. Left at the next light.
All right. So yeah, home sweet home.
Yes.
So that's always
Getting
good.
close.
Yeah. And going selling the house soon, and then after that maybe the hip operation.
Excuse me?
And first selling the house in Connecticut, and
Yes.
then after that,
Then the hip.
and then the hip.
Then
Sounds
the
like
hip.
a plan, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting it all done too.
That takes away the pain once the hip is replaced.
Yeah, it'll take away a lot of it.
Yeah.
And just the mobility too. It'll be a big help being able to mobile and get around.
Yeah, exactly. So what's your favorite food? What are you gonna eat tonight?
I'm not sure.
Now you can order anything.
I'm not sure what I'm going to eat. I mean, I haven't been here in a week, so I know I'll be throwing the milk out.
Right?
It's going to depend on what's in the cupboards. I don't feel like going out.
Okay. You don't order?
Yeah, or
Online.
order it. I don't even feel like ordering in.
It's this one, right?
That's the thing about living alone. You can't order in enough or a small enough amount.
I like these suburbs though. These are nice places to live.
Yeah.
They really are. They're often nice neighborhoods. Look like kids playing in the street still, you know. That alone is just a good sign. You know. People feel safe. Yeah, great. Have you ever owned a boat?
No, I've been thinking about, well, years ago we had one.
Okay.
But I mean years and years and years ago. But I've been thinking about getting one here.
Yeah.
I might get one next year. It's going to depend on how my hip works out.
Okay.
If I can get around better with my hip, I'll get a boat because I'm on a canal. And
Yeah.
I've got a boat lift out back.
Yeah. It's the way to go. I'll keep my fingers crossed for you.
I wouldn't mind being able to do some fishing.
Yeah.
I think I'd see my son and my grandkids, my
Oh,
grandsons
yeah.
a little sooner, a little more often if I had that.
Exactly.
Left at the stop sign and the house is in the corner on the left.
All right.
That ugly brown, yellowish brown, whatever you want to call it thing.
So is this one, right?
This is me. Yep.
All right. Yeah, this is a nice location, sir. It's wonderful. Well, home
Thank
sweet
you
home.
for the ride.
You're very welcome.
I'll add your tip to the.
I appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
I usually try.
Do you need a hand?
I usually try and
Let me,
tip in cash, but I don't have that much cash.
That's right.
Yep. Right here. Let me try myself.
There you go.